Hi Aquarius, thank you for tuning in and welcome to my channel. This is a February 2019 general tarot reading for you. So let's look at what is kind of coming up and the kind of energies that are coming through and how you can work with them and best use them. That's how I approach my readings. Excuse me. And looking back over January, or the previous influence on what's coming in this month, you may have been through a real challenging time where you've had to dig deep. You've really had to learn to dig deep into yourself. So this is like the Hermit, the lessons you've been learning. This is like the digging deep to really illuminate your internal world, your internal landscape, to see what's going on there, to see the lay of the land, like how things are fitting together, and navigating that space and illuminating that space, so allowing that through. And by doing that, what you've had to do over the month is find a way to keep optimistic and keep hopeful and keep your eye on where you're going. You generally have you've been crossing this kind of stormy kind of waters. Part of you is potentially feeling quite sorrowful, quite grieving. Part of you is like missing something, and part of you is like eye on the prize or looking somewhere. Maybe, you might represent one of these people. It may be you've been feeling down and someone's been helping you, or that you've been helping someone else. This can be about a relationship of mutual support as well through a difficult time, and what that has led to is this ability to come in, or this learning to come inside and maybe really sit with yourself, and also learning your skills, your power, your strength is also coming through. Because of these challenges, you're learning to see some new parts of yourself. And where you're coming in this month is you may be feeling a bit emotional. You may be feeling a bit all over the place and a bit like, I don't really know what to do with all this stuff that's going on inside me at the moment. There's a lot that I need to deal with, particularly emotionally, and I'm not quite sure how to navigate it, or how do I get on top of it? How do I move through all this stuff? What I'm going to say is this month is looking good. The general direction you're heading is to this place of success and this place of fulfillment. So you're going to feel like a sense of achievement this month. Not that you've won something over someone, but more this kind of sense of inner balance and inner pride. You can take pride in yourself over this month because you're really going to be meeting these things and like overcoming them. You, I feel, need a little bit of firepower this month. Like you need to stand up for yourself a bit. You need to bring in this fiery, swordy guy who's going to come in and like chop out the things that aren't necessary. Who's going to chop out the truth. Who's going to push you towards things. This can be you or can be someone else. So it could be, it can be a partner, a friend, or anyone who is helping you stand your ground, stand up for who you are, especially if you're in this very emotional, watery energy. Or this can be you, like you need to empower for yourself. Like, it's like, okay, I've got all these emotions, but I need to like get on top of those in order to say it out, or in order to get on top of those, I need to make some kind of action or say something. This sort of energy can be about speaking a truth, about saying something that might be very difficult to say or difficult to hear. And you might feel a bit like, I don't know I should be doing this. I don't know I should be saying this. You might be feeling a bit uncertain, but it's ultimately the advice coming in is you definitely do need to, because there is potentially someone or some kind of energy of something being taken away, of something being stolen, thieved, sneakily. This character is pretty sneaky He's grabbing all these things and heading off with them. It can be someone else, or it can be an aspect of yourself. And whenever these kind of people come into your energy, it's to do with our own energy attracting this. So you have these guys facing one another in here. So it's like meeting. It's like you need to meet this guy with all these swords with your own sword. And they've got no chance against you. You stand your ground and stand up for yourself. You're a freaking knight. You've got your armor. You've got your big sword. You already burnt all these buildings to the ground. And this is like some guy who's just like sneaking in, or girl, like someone who's just like sneaking in and having a dig around, trying to get what they can take. And you have to stand up and not let that happen. Absolutely not let that happen. That can be for you. I'm also feeling, because of the cards in your spirituality, this can be to do with your energetic body. So it can be like an energy vampire kind of situation where someone's draining something from you, taking something from you, and it can be about like putting some kind of end to that or cut to that, naming that, not like disallowing that, because they're facing. I feel like it's something about facing it, and with the swords, maybe about speaking it, saying it, and this is because there is a challenge coming up in your spirituality and your inner fulfillment. There's this kind of knife, this sword energy of kind of being bound, and it's like you got to say no to that, whether that's your own internal process, or something you feel is being inflicted upon you. Either way, it's about you, and you need to absolutely cut that and stand up for your self-worth and your strength, who you are. What's coming in for relationships for you is a kind of blessing from the universe. There's some kind of creative, fiery inspiration. So if you're in a relationship, this can be like some spontaneous play, activities, adventures, just some ideas for change, for novelty, something quite passionate. It can be like this passion coming in. Some kind of like, can it be divine passion, can be some kind of sacred sensuality, where you can really like engage with someone and connect with someone. And if you're single, then this is absolutely about you as well, about your connection, your own divine connection to your sexuality, and expressing that and using that in a really healthy, positive way. But I also feel like this is kind of something coming in. So potentially could be a new person coming in, some kind of passionate connection. It can be, this isn't just love. This could be friendships as well. This could be just meeting with some kind of inspired individual that you just kick it off and you have a lot of fun together and you just have a great time enjoying one another's company. So quite a fun, playfully area, and I feel like this Knight of Swords energy that wants to come in is going to help feed into that as well. It's like you're going to get strength from that. The universe is gifting you some kind of passion in your relationships. It's going to help support you in other areas of your life. And in terms of your work, it's looking great. It's looking like there's going to be either you coming into some real strength or some power, really owning your money, creating your money. It can be a promotion, going up into a certain standard or level in your work. It can also be an influential person who's going to come in and help you or create some kind of structure or stability in your life, so that you are supported and that you are held and you can move forward with what you want to do. They can have expertise or knowledge or finance or just something that's going to come in and really hold and support you in improving your work life. So that's looking really good, and so is your health and well-being generally. This is about new beginnings, new practicalities. So you may well have started some new kind of health pursuits. It could be a new diet, new way of eating, new exercise classes, new exercise routine, general your life routine. You may have changed it to improve and to really move forward, and that's really going to work for you this month, like carrying that through. or trying out something new. But I feel like this is the foundation of something. So if you've started something new recently, it's like really getting into it and pushing it forward, committing and going on with whatever it is that you're interested in developing. And I did mention briefly this spirituality, some challenge. So some real self-reflection, some like awareness in your mind of like self-sabotage. I want to say like you can have some awareness with like sorting out these cups of when you self-sabotage and when you do things to yourself, so that you are bringing your own energy down, bringing your own vibration down. So really watching that this month. And it's really the universe is guiding you to focus on relationships and receiving, giving, creating harmony with others. So if you encounter some challenging people, like trying to take this into a harmonious state. And if you can do this, what actually is being gifted to you is the world this month. So this is actually coming up in your lessons, is the world. This is, I feel, is actually coming in as just another blessing, that actually is some kind of completion, some kind of cycle, ending, potentially of how you think about yourself, how you talk about yourself, how you interact with others, and how the way that you interact with yourself influences other people. So by coming into some state of awareness with that, some recognition, and having a bit of strength in standing up to, I'm seeing this is also can be a part of yourself, where you realize this challenge can be part of your mind. Your mind is stealing from itself, in a sense, is criticizing itself, is taking away from itself. When you come into that sense of realization, you're really going to be gifted this huge, huge cycle completion, where you're going to move into a really great space, and then your outcome is really charging forward this month, where you're going to feel in a much better place than you did the end of January. You're going to feel quite successful. It could be literally from what you're doing physically, health-wise, relationships. There's a lot of good stuff coming through. Overcoming your mental challenges, you're going to feel a bit like this like king warrior guy charging on his horse, waving his flag like, I did it! I've done it! This can be overcoming addiction, perhaps this month. And you're quite balanced actually this month in your energies. It's about you've got this kind of grounding, you've got some kind of fire coming in, you've got quite a few sword energy, but I feel it's like you're so well balanced. You're going to deal with it. You're equipped to deal with it, and it's really moving. It's like you're moving from this kind of confusion, this sense of emotional confusion. It's like you're going back. I feel like you're going back into balance. It's like you're coming back into yourself. Rather than moving into something new, it's like you're returning to a previous state of harmony, a previous state of flow, and of giving and receiving. And this could be in some kind of relationship. So if some relationship ended, there's a sense that you may be coming back to it. It may be returning, and that's going to feel really freaking nice. Really, really nice. Okay. I hope that helped, Aquarius, with your month. I hope you have a really great February. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, or subscribe, or contact me for a personal reading. And look forward to speaking to you again soon.